Alright. A couple of failed attempts to try to get my webcam to work, people. Getting on my nerves. Now it's not. Don't mess it up, or I will kill you. Anyways, welcome back to another lovely episode of Jessica Allen TV. I don't know what the name of this one will be, but I will think of a good one. Now, Jessica is wearing one of these fabulous wigs that I've bought him. Yes, it's long. Yes. And two wigs. Now we are actually sitting in chairs. So we're more equal to, the heightness of each other, even though Jessica's slouching. I was eating, but now I'm not. I had pizza that was delicious.
I ate half of it while he was sleeping.
I took a short nap because I woke up at around 4. I just work nights. Okay, you guys know this. I work for the good old place that is Walmart. So, anyways, got off work, ended up not going to bed till 11. So Aaron slept till 4. Wasn't enough sleep. It was 5 hours. I was really tired, so I wasn't going to go back to sleep. Baby woke me up. And then Tasha woke me up by turning on every freaking light. So I'm like, well, I might as well stay up now. And I made the pizza. Aaron felt tired, waiting for the pizza to cool off. Aaron felt tired. Aaron decided to take a nap while the pizza was cooling off. Do you know what ended up happening? I ended up taking about a 30-minute nap. Pizza was cold by the time I was done. I ended up having to reheat it. But I wake up 30 minutes later to find, I walk in there and look at the pizza. Half of it's gone. I'm like, what bastard stole half my pizza? And I'm like, Jessica, did you take half the pizza? I'd be like, yes, while you were sleeping. I'd be like, you bitch! See what they do? You fall asleep and people steal shit. Food, your jewelry, your sanity, all this stuff.
You can't cook food and then go to sleep. The food gets lonely, and there's a dog that could have eaten it, and then you would have got mad at the dog.
So the dog got up, cut half the pizza in half.
I didn't cut anything. I slowly ripped it. Just slowly ripped little pieces and folded it like a tiny little burrito. And that's how I ate it. And then when he woke up, I was done eating. I'm like, oh, I'll leave him half because it is his pizza. And he's finally getting up. And then, which also, you left the stove on.
No, it didn't.
You left the oven on.
Good to know.
I had to turn it off. I thought you did it the other night, but found out Matt ended up turning it on to make a pizza. But no, you actually left the oven on. And then after that, I'm like, you know what? I think I want cake. And ice cream. So that's what I was getting ready to eat when he woke up.
Yes, and she did.
You eat cake? Yes. Ice cream? Yes. Did you eat my pizza? Yeah. So it was the first to go.
Speaking of, is there any cake left?
Yeah. When I got there, there were 2 slices, so now there's 1 slice. Yeah. I guess Tasha or somebody must have got the other one.
There's only 1 slice left?
Yep.
I guess I should eat it before they get back. Anyways, because of this fabulous light, I'm looking nice and white, so I didn't have to bother trying to put acne stuff on to hide my face. Anyway. Okay. Now, my previous update video, I said that I was going to be recording a video doing the haul of all the things I had gotten. And I did record it. It turned out to be about 14 minutes. I recorded on my friend Tasha's computer. Only problem was, I was uploading it, and then it said, file, not something, error, whatever, and it did not upload. So, it's gone. So I took the privilege, while Jessica is here visiting, I'm going to do my haul right now, and then we can talk about the things that I got. Now, some of the new things. Eyeliner. Color Ion Crawl Eyeliner, Wet n Wild, Black, whatever. Mostly, I got this for Halloween, because I'm going to dress up. I'm going to be I'm dressing up as Hayley Williams from Paramore. I even got the long red wig that's really curly. I'm going to be doing I'm gonna be all fancy. I'll be wearing probably lots of makeup. I'll be dressing up. I'm basically going to dress up like she did in the Decode pair in her Decode music video. Only the wig will be longer, and I'll be looking far more fabulous than she did in that video. Now, that's this. Also, in case I don't believe I showed you before, I bought this. Sims 4 Get to Work, the first expansion pack of The Sims 4, which I've got to play a little. I have gotten Jessica pregnant none in my game, which I need to get on with that. She's really against the whole having children in real life. So basically, Sim Jessica is the only way that she will ever have children. That and fictional Jessica that I will be putting in every book that I will ever write from now until the end. So, on top of that, I also bought this. I spent $15 at Walmart and got the Sims 4 official guide, which is going to help me a lot. Because I don't know that much about The Sims 4, and this, if I have any issues or trouble, this will be my best freaking friend. I'm still not used to this camera. Even though I've used it a couple times now, I'm still not used to it. I don't think I'll ever get used to it until I've done like about 100 videos. Now, into the bag. Oh, that's someone double knotted. I'll have to hurt them. Everybody talk to Jessica, or Jessica talk to them, while I spend 1,000 years unknotting this.
Hello, strangers. I'm here with my friend Erin. At their place again. They'll be moving soon.
Yes, on the 23rd we were moving to a 2-bedroom. Now, it didn't take nearly that long. First thing, which is something that I was actually been excited to get for years. However, when I got it, was severely disappointing, and I will explain why. And that is the Twilight Journals. Now, I've been excited to get these for years, and I never got them because I didn't really want to spend the money to get them, and because I'm usually so poor. But I've had a job at Walmart for the last 9 months, so I can actually buy shit now. Now, I love them. They're very pretty. My only issue is the fact that they are thinner than a straw board. I don't know what a straw board is. It just came to mind. Now, if these were, if each one was about the size of 2, I probably would be a lot happier. But they're not. They're not. And that's really disappointing to me. And I'll show you all of them here. Now, each of them have quotes from each of the books. The Twilight one has Twilight quotes. New moon, eclipse, breaking on, blah, blah. Breaking Dawn stands to be my favorite book of the series. Let's see if I can find a good one. I'm not doing a Jacob quote. To all you Jacob fans out there, I apologize. See, Jacob's one of those characters I didn't like Jacob until Breaking Dawn. Because he was always getting in the way of things, and it really pissed me off all the time. Because I was a Team Edward fan before there was a Team Edward, before the movies created the whole Team Edward, Team Jacob. Okay? So yeah, I was a fan of the books before they became movies. I like the movies. However, I do think that they should have picked someone younger to play Edward. I feel like Rob Pattinson did a good enough job, but I feel like he was too old of an actor, because when he started, that's always the worry, because when you're playing characters that are, well, immortal, that can be the issue. But for me, I felt like they picked someone too old, because when he first started to play Edward, Rob Pattinson was like 22. He was like 22 years old, and he's supposed to be playing someone who's 17, and he obviously looked not 17. I'm very picky when it comes to that, especially when it comes to my favorite books. If something of mine were to ever become a movie, they would hate me. I would tell them right from the start, I'm going to be extremely picky, especially when it comes to even the littlest detail. But most importantly, to how people look. The descriptions, because people read the books. And when you read a book, most fans, and there's a huge selection of fans when it comes to books and the adaptions, they pay heavy detail to the subtle things, the descriptions, the how people look, the hair color, the eye color, the skin color, the clothing, all that they pay very close attention to. Because for me, Bella in Breaking Dawn, her hair was all the way down to her waist. Because it's mentioned several times that Bella's hair is down to her waist. And now in the movie, I was a little disappointed at the fact that it wasn't actually to her waist. That, and I'm also really disappointed that we never really got to see Bella react to being a vampire or Edward touching her for the first time. There's a lot that got cut out. For example, and this is where they really messed up with the movie, because at the end of Breaking Dawn Part 1, Bella opens her eyes, and everyone is in that room. Everyone. And then, but in Breaking Dawn Part 2, she sits up, and then everyone's gone. The only one there is Edward. So, there was no Alice showing Bella her reflection. There was no scene where they jump over the river. Well, we saw that, but we didn't really see. Then Bella wasn't wearing some silk dress, which I'm okay with because I actually like the dress that they had her in. But it's all. But when you first see her wake up, there's no slips in it, and then when you see her going on hunt, you see the slips. So that would an indication of a deleted scene. Of course, none of which we have gotten yet, which pisses me off even more. So I'm going to stop rambling because yes. You can ask Jessica. I can go on and on and on.
About Twilight, yes, you know it.
Also, not just about Twilight. Especially if I get into one of my books and describing what happens and what I'm planning on doing, I can go on. I can go on and on and on. Alrighty, next. Next to this. Tag still on it. Basically, because I'm a poor bitch. I'm not really poor, but I spend too much. I don't like to buy things, but yet I end up buying things anyway. My old swimming trunks, I left in a bag while they were still wet and forgot about them, and they molded, and I'm like, ew. So, I got these. Pretty basic. They're my size and everything, but they're like really cheap. These literally cost like $7.88. $7.47. But honestly, I don't need... Okay, swimming trunks should not be expensive. If you spend $10 on a pair of swimming trunks, that's too much. You don't need some fancy-ass swimming trunks. You just need something basic. Just enough to cover yourself, and that's it. Also, on top of that, I bought a beach towel, which I will only be using for swimming and swimming alone. And also, Jessica wants to go somewhere tropical and go to the beach and get a lovely tan and drink margaritas by the water, which sounds like a lot of fun. Only mine will be non-alcoholic because I don't drink. I'm going to be keeping this up because I really want to try this, and that is this. Slim Tea. It helps promote weight loss, so, yes.
I see your wallet's still in that bag, the wallet you still have not been using.
Aha! My clippers! I have been looking for these everywhere and couldn't find them. Now I know where they are. Alright, my
using the wallet.
My last thing, which is I bought a new wallet. What else do I have in here? Oh, nail polish remover.
Well, now you know what it was.
Yes. Because I bought a whole bunch of nail polish to go with my kit that I brought with me, because I was severely lacking in more nail polish because I didn't really have. Because if I wanted to give one of my friends a manicure, I can't really do that because my selection of nail polish is like pathetic. All right, I don't remember where I got this. Walmart, yes. I bought this wallet. It's a woman's wallet, but this is what it looks like. Jeremy, if you're watching, finally, this is it. It's on sale. The original price for it was $10, and it was on sale for $7. And I'm figure, well, the wallet I was gonna cheat that cheap ass wallet that I usually that I have now, I only spent $5 on. This was only $2 more. So yes. Sorry, still adjusting to this freaking thing. All right, and they've got slots and things. Place to put checks. I'm guessing what this looks like.
Yeah, that's for checks.
And again, and got your change pouch. I don't really use. I won't have a use for a change pouch because I don't use cash. I use card for everything. So, all right, now you guys have seen everything.
This is more the style of the wallet I was looking for. Actually, I think this is one of the wallets I was looking at. Except the front has a different decoration on it.
See, I was actually considering giving that to Jessica because Amazon has a Twilight wallet that looks a lot like my old one that Jessica had bought me of the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, it's back in the day we used that too.
Or maybe it was Breaking Dawn wallet.
No, it was a Twilight type wallet, I believe.
Yeah, but the only problem is the Vampire Diaries wallet she bought me.
Season.
The Vampire Diaries wallet she bought me was like $12 at Walmart, and yet the Twilight.
No, I got you one from Hastings, I think.
It was Walmart.
I thought you got one from Walmart when we were shopping together, because you saw one there. We were looking for the game, and you saw that instead, and you had the money for it.
No.
And we're thinking of a different item.
No, you bought it for me for my birthday, Christmas. I don't remember.
We went to a few things, and they're mostly vampire related, so they all blend together in my head. But no.
And this is Chinese tea. Chinese green tea.
I don't think that really makes a difference.
And there's nothing in it. No calories, no fat, nothing.
There's only 3 things, ingredient-wise, in there. It's a flavoring, certain type of tea, green tea, and then another
Off topic.
Senna leaves, that's what it is.
Now, I'm going to, because it says the directions were to be to drink twice a day.
8 ounces. And I want you to squeeze the bag. How I usually do my tea.
Yes, 8 ounces of boiling water and put a tea bag in a cup. Most likely, I will be drinking this tea hot. Of course, if I add honey to it, it probably defeats the purpose of the whole promoting weight loss. So if I do add honey, I will only be adding about a tablespoon. So it's not a whole lot.
Actually, I'm serious. I think that's nice.
What was I saying before about the tea? I just got myself distracted. Alright, the Amazon, right. The wallet. This wallet's nice. Actually, I take that back. This right here is for change. What the other one is, I do not know.
What one? It does have a back zipper pocket on the inside of it. It has a big pouch. Then it has a zipper section in front of that. Then you have another clasp, which then goes to 6 card holders. It has a slot for a pen, which would go with the checks because that little flappy part is for checks.
Yes, it is.
This little part, not really sure what that's for. I'm going to say receipts.
Maybe.
Because I'm just going to throw something out there. There's another thing here. That's where your checks would go to. But yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 more slots for cards. So yes, this will have more things than you need. I will also say that the wallet is showing up a different shade on the camera. On the camera, it looks kind of lighter. That's more when you back it up. It's more what it actually is. It's more of a dark navy blue, so it's not shiny like that.
Yes. Also, yeah, the wallet, the Twilight wallet that they have on Amazon is like, they want like $23 for it, when the Vampire Diaries wallet that she bought me a couple years ago was only $12 at Walmart. So it's like $11 more online for a Twilight one. Also because it's brand new, because I'm not going to buy a used one, because they're going to come damaged, and I'm not doing that. Alright, so yeah, that's all of my stuff. Felt like there should be more, but there's not. Also, if any of you who have not tried the Brewers Gelato Raspberry Cheesecake, you gotta try it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Because I tried some before I moved up here. I tried some and I'm like, how did I not know of this? It's awesome. And then of course I got it again a few days ago, which I still have it in the freezer. And when I tried it, I gave Jessica a bite because I wanted her to try it. She liked it, so. And I'm like, Jessica, you're not getting any more of this. She's like, why? I'd be like, this is mine. This is mine. Putting everything else in the bag. I can't wait till we move into a 2-bedroom because I'm sick and tired of keeping the stuff also all the stuff I get that I've gotten the last 2 months. I'm keeping in bags because everything else of my stuff is pretty mostly packed still, and I'm not gonna unpack it, at least not yet. So we're gonna be moving to a 2-bedroom, and we'll be staying there for 6 months. After the 6 months, we will most likely be getting into a house, which I like because a house will be bigger. My room will be a lot bigger. My friend Crystal, she lives in the 2 bedrooms. I need to give her a call so she can so I can come over, so I can kind of get a rough estimate of idea, so I can actually see how much space we really have to work with. Mostly in my bedroom. Also in the kitchen, because I want to get one of those deep freezers. It's like, it's really cheap. It's actually not really a whole lot. It's like about $100. And it's one of those deep freezers that you lift up, and it has space where you can put additional things in the freezer. Honestly, the deep freezer is something I would use a lot for, like, chicken strips, and a lot of the big items like pizza and stuff like that, where we don't have to fill up the freezer with all these big things when we could save the freezer for stuff like vegetables and stuff like that. Like, because I'm going, as soon as we move into the apartment, as soon as we're packed in, about a week later, I'm going back on my diet, which will consist of eating meat, vegetables, soup, and fruit, because I need to lose this weight, because I weigh like 220 pounds, and my goal weight is 140, maybe even 130, because once I get 140, if I want to lose a little more, I'm going to end up losing 10 more pounds after that. Or I'll keep losing weight until I'm at the desired weight that I want to be. Although for my height, that is recommended to be 140, but if I just want to lose a little bit more than that, then I will go down to 130. So, yes, this is my plan. I'm going to go back to doing the same exercises I do, which will make it a little harder for me to work, because I'm going to have to get used to the pain in my stomach again. But that will only go away after about a week of because once my body gets good, I did it consistent for about 6 weeks, then I stopped because I got a job at Walmart. I figured that I won't need to, because a lot of my coworkers said that they lost a ton of weight after they got a job at Walmart. Did Aaron lose any weight? No, I lost like maybe 3 pounds about it. Of course, I gained all that back as soon as I got a paycheck, because I actually got to buy food, because my dad was buying all the food, and he always bought random crap. And well, literally, when I was growing up, like after my mom had passed away, my dad was not a good food buyer. Because he's one of those people, he would always buy groceries once a week. My mom was one of those people, she would buy food once a month. There even one time, because she would buy food once a month. She would end up spending like over $200 buying food for the entire month. And that was pretty easy for her to do, and it's a lot easier because she planned out every single meal, and it was just easier that way. My dad, on the other hand, he's not like that, so he would buy food every week. And he always, and I kid you not, it was like probably like 2005, maybe even 2006, we literally survived on nothing but hot dogs, burgers, and corn dogs for like months. It came to the point where I never want to see another hot dog for as long as I live. I probably didn't eat hot dog for about a good year or two after that. However, where we live, we have a place called Stripes. Their hot dogs are so good that, and thanks to Jessica, she gave me the wonderful idea of like mayonnaise on a hot dog. I'm like, oh Jessica, that's gonna be nasty. I tried it. I'm like, best freaking thing I've had in my whole damn life.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be disgusting. Just like when I said I put mayo on bread and I just eat that as a snack. He also thought that'd be disgusting.
Yes, and it's freaking delicious. Freaking delicious. Okay, I even eat that when I was living at home and I did that. I'd be like, my family, my dad, my brother, my sister would be like,
yeah, you mentioned
what are you eating? I'd be like, bread with mayonnaise. I'd be like, ew. I'd be like, no, you ew. This is delicious, bitch.
That's what I did at college. When I was young,
you don't know what good is. My sister,
of course,
my sister always says that I have abysmal taste in everything. No. I have good taste, and some of that taste was rubbed off from Jessica onto me. But that's beside the point. Doesn't matter how I got the good taste. At least I got it.
That's because we made the food at home.
Yes.
Or at Stack on. It was mainly college.
Okay.
I had to cook my own
next
food
time you're up here, you have to do one thing. I'll give you the money to do it, but you're doing it. You're bringing me church chicken. You're bringing me everything. Coleslaw, the chicken, the biscuits, the gravy, everything.
Y'all don't have one here.
It'll be cold by the time I get here, but I don't care. I can reheat that shit. But I want some. And they don't have church chicken up here. They have some random ass chicken place, and I'm like, nah. Okay, Church's Chicken is a million times better than KFC. And there's not even KFC in Altus anymore. Because they closed it down, and I don't know what the hell is there now. I think it's a Chinese place.
It is a, what do you call it? You know where you go to eat, like, sushi at, I think it's hibachi, where they cook the stuff in front of you? Hibachi Girl, I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's where they cook the food in front of you, basically. And everything's really expensive. Apparently it's doing very well, actually. But yeah, it's KFC's fault. Their employees were not cooking the food correctly. Which had happened with my grandmother about 3 times with her chicken that had blood in it. And then when I went with Amanda down there and I ordered something and mine took less time to cook, hers took longer, of course. We ordered at the same time. They put her stuff in for as long as my stuff was, and her chicken had blood in it too. So
ew.
It was actually apparently common because grandmother would make it actually happen. And of course, grandma stopped buying eventually, but she gives you more and more chances. I don't really do that. No. And then they gave her an attitude when she wanted them to finish cooking it. It wasn't even asking for a refund, not a switch out. All Amanda wanted to do was just finish cooking it, and they gave her an attitude. And they gave my grandmother an attitude too. So, no.
Wait, what kind of attitude did they give Amanda?
You know, people smack and kind of roll their eyes. They don't do anything. No. My grandmother wanted a refund. Actually, she wanted them to cook her a new batch that was actually done. They didn't want to do that. And then the other time she wanted a refund. And the manager had to come out and everything because they weren't going to do it. And I tell her we're not supposed to do refunds and all that. So, no. I'm not going to have bloody chicken. And no. I said, well, you can come back and we'll give you either a discount or a free one. Or just give me a refund. You made my chicken bloody more than once now. No.
And you know what? And
all those show it to them.
And you know what? All those people that rolled their eyes, guess what, bitch? You got fired because you're stupid. You don't undercook food. That pisses people off. That makes people sick. People can even die from it. And guess what? If someone gets sick from it, they're gonna sue your freaking ass. And guess what, bitch? You're out even more money. Don't fuck people over when they pay you. Okay? I have no tolerance for that bullshit.
I know yes, I know there's a customer service thing, but no, it's the raw. No, it's not fully cooked. Just cook it.
Everyone knows one. Walmart has this thing. Customer's always right. Not always. Some customers are stupid as fuck. But that's beside the point. I remember. Oh yeah, when I worked in Grand Rapids, I had this customer come into electronics. She was like, I don't know, 40s, 50s. She needed a phone so bad. Josh, He was cute, by the way. Anyway, he told this woman to come back because he was too busy to do it because she wanted to buy a phone and have activated. And so she comes by and she's like, "Yeah, Josh told me to come back later. It's later. I need to buy a phone." And I'm like, "Okay, which phone do you want?" I don't know. Where's the phone? So I'm like, right there. Oh, I'm like, she's like, okay. So she walks over there, like, I'll take this one. I'm like, okay. I'm like, can I get it activated? I'm like, you have to pay for it first. And I told her that I couldn't activate it. I would have to find out if it even could be activated. So she went up there and paid for it, came back a bit, and then she asked me if I could activate it, and I told her I couldn't. You know what she does? The bitch starts to cry. Thinks like that's gonna help her. Crying. So I call the manager. So I bring so Jake comes out, who's worked electronics for years. And he activates her phone, gives it to her, and the bitch finally leaves. And in my head, I'm thinking, really, bitch? You're gonna cry because you think that's going to help you. You crying is not gonna give. I'm not gonna be sympathetic to you just because you cry right in the middle of fucking Walmart. Because I need a phone. People need a way of reaching me. I'd be like, uh-huh. You can activate it yourself. It's called Go Online. Everyone has fucking internet these days. Anyone who doesn't is an old ass bitch. Okay, my grandparents are in their 80s. Do they have internet? No. Why? They don't need it. They don't go online. They don't use the internet. If they need to use the internet, they'll call my aunt over. She uses internet because she has 3 kids that use the internet. That and my grandparents are in their 80s, so you know they grew up in like the 20s and 30s. But they lived most of their entire life without the internet because it didn't exist. Although I've been thinking if the internet had existed back in like the 1800s, the advancement of computers would be like extremely high in our time. Of course, it would be like I know like with Windows 10 why they're skipping from 9 to 10, I don't know. My guess is to make it seem more futuristic or whatever, but with like you hook up a projector and you can literally do this through the air and it moves things and pull things down and pull and click here and it will actually do all those things because you know like on Smallville they had that kind of Chloe because her that watchtower thing she had her computer and it kind of looked a lot like that and I'm like that's so cool I wonder if that's a real thing. Wasn't apparently it was all like part of the fiction of it. And I'm like, we need to have computers that are like that. And for you know what, for all we know, they probably do over in China because China knows their technology shit. Which everything comes from China because China is like super smart and you know, I'm like, that's what we need. We need something like that. We need really advanced computers and stuff. Okay, I'm actually going to be buying myself a desktop computer because a laptop is fine and everything, but most laptops are really for if you want to just are really on the go or like I can just be on my computer on my bed and I don't have to worry about sitting in front of a desk or something like that. So if I'm feeling like a lazy day when I just want to lay in bed all day and watch Netflix, I can just do that on my computer. My laptop on my bed or something. Because honestly, when I lived in Grand Rapids, that's all I did. I was just on my computer pretty much all the time. Until I went to work. Even on my days off, I'd be on YouTube most of the time. Netflix when I could afford it. Netflix isn't really a whole lot expensive. I mean, $8 a month, and you can basically watch almost as much as you want to. As long as you have good enough internet, that is. High speed and, you know, a lot of data.
Yeah, we have Netflix at home. We also have VR, whatever that is, whatever that TV is with a bunch of channels.
Dish.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think that's worth it because I only watch a few channels, so for me it's not worth it for what it actually costs. And I also don't really think Netflix is worth it for me because I'm a very cheap person. And I could really just watch the stuff I watch for free. Like, I go to YouTube and I like to watch other people's videos or something called a YouNow, or you pretty much just see people, they talk to you and do whatever. Also, like Drama Fever and some other websites you can go and watch stuff for free. So, I really don't see the point in even paying for Netflix, even though it is like $8 a month now or whatever, when I could still do whatever I want for free. That's pretty much my thing. Because I'm not even on Netflix that much anymore. I was only watching like Supernatural or like White Collar or whatever, like the seasons on there. And you can watch that stuff on the actual website for the channel now. So there's really no point for me.
Yeah,
I'd rather save the $8, especially with the whole trying to get this job. That's not even certain that I'm gonna get the job. And then when I do get the job, I've got to move, most likely, to some random place that I don't really even get to decide. I only get to say, hey, I would like to move to one of these 3 places, and put me wherever you want. Basically what it is. So, no. I don't see the point.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like a waste of money, because I'm very cheap. I worked it down to only spending $20 a month on fuel for my car, so I'm not going to spend $8 a month on some internet website when I could do the exact same thing and watch other videos for free. So,
Yes.
no. It was hard to cut it down, but I did it.
Yeah.
And I made maintain this.
See, for me, okay, I'm not getting cable because there's only 3 shows I watch. I watch the originals, I watch the Vampire Diaries, and then I've been getting into Once Upon a Time. I watched the first 3 all 3 seasons that they have on Netflix. I watched all of them in only like a month. I work, so it would have been a lot shorter if I was unemployed, but I work full time, so the only time I have time to even watch Netflix is on my days off, because the times that I end up working, I end up sleeping most of the time, and yeah, so yeah. So yeah, 3 shows which are like ending this month. Not ending, but they're ending for the season this month anyway. So I mean, all 3 shows don't come back till like October. So I won't even have used to even to watch cable at all, except for the fact that Teen Wolf is gonna be is coming in June or July. That's the only thing, and the only thing is MTV they don't put their videos when they put them online. They take freaking forever to put them on there. See, the one thing about the CW is the night that it airs, it's on there. Like midnight on Thursday, because the Vampire Diaries airs at 7. Midnight, it's already on there. You can go right on there and watch immediately. And I really like that about CW, because it's right away on there. There's no waiting. There's no waiting a week. Well, like with some websites where you have to wait a week just to be able to watch it.
No, that's actually another thing about Netflix. Well, it's good for the house because there's a bunch of us so we can watch it. With Netflix, to watch the episodes, I actually have to wait till the season's over, and then for them to actually put out the new season, and that's when they put out the old season on Netflix. So, like, I can watch, like, Supernatural, 9 days to watch all the seasons and everything. That's fine, but again, I could have just gone to the actual website and seen the current episodes, which I didn't know for a while. They weren't doing it before, and now they do, so no, I don't see the point. Really, it comes down to me being cheap. Really, really too cheap. Like, I'm trying to live out of a suitcase now. It's all my belongings as you use clothes-wise and stuff have to be able to fit in the suitcase. Anything I really put on my hair, like bands and stuff, have to fit in the suitcase. And I mean, like, socks and everything. The only thing that's not in the suitcase right now is, like, shoes, because I don't want to put what I walk on the ground with my actual clothes. That's really the only reason. So, no. I'm basically getting too cheap. I don't see the point. It's just me. And like I said, the job, it's pretty random. I don't know how long I'd be home. If I end up being home a lot, then yeah, I can see a point in it, because then I could watch it all the time. But if I end up being on the other end of that and barely home, I don't want to pay for it. I don't really. It'd be only like being home really one day a week, and I'm not really gonna do that.
Also, as you guys can see, my hair is a lot darker now than it was in when I first dyed it in the last video that we did, what I did with Jessica. That was like right after I dyed it. Now, I used 20 volume cream with the dye, which is the reason why it looks darker. If I would have went up to 30, it probably would have gotten lighter, more like of a pink color when it started to fade out. But since I used 20, it made it more darker. And I actually like the fact that it looks darker because I actually miss my natural hair color, which is the reason why I don't really dye my hair that often, is because I end up missing my brown hair within about a month after I dye it.
I've been talking, or most of you, for basically 40 minutes. It's almost an hour.
Yes. Now, everybody, comment, like, and subscribe on what you think Jessica looks like in this wig. This wig, yes.
Yes, he's on a buying wigs kick right now.
It is very long.
I think
it's about
this
24.
color actually somewhat matches me closer than some of the other wigs that are not real. Because this is a regular, somewhat, it's a fake wig basically. It's not real hair. Yeah, no. I think this matches me more.
Alright, we're going to pay more attention to Jessica right now. Since this is Jessica Allen TV, Jessica's going to have a nice conversation. And I will be back.
Yeah, Aaron's buying wigs because he likes them.
Yes.
I don't really buy wigs, again, because I'm cheap. And because I have long hair. I don't even want to put chemicals in my hair, really. I barely wanted to buy the hair stuff I have now. And that cost $13 and will last me like a month based on my past experiences with it. This wig, I think he said, was like 13 bucks. And I don't want to. I like real natural hair. I'm good with fake hair for people. My mother had a wig. It looked nice on her. But I don't want to put the money into buying that. Like I said, didn't want to put the money into buying that hair stuff. I pretty much want to go as natural as possible. Less chemicals as possible. And take care of my actual hair. Get as long as possible. Like he mentioned in a video I made with him earlier that he thinks my hair is about waist length or halfway down. It's actually hip length. As in when I got out of the shower before and it was fully wet, I actually sat on my hair. So no, my hair is a lot longer now, and that's because I upgraded to more expensive things that actually work on my hair. It's like 50 bucks on average for the shampoo and the conditioner. The conditioner is a little more expensive than the shampoo, but basically 50 bucks if you buy it from the website. I try to find it from like a TJ Maxx or whatever and stuff like that. Ross. I want to say the other one, but I keep mistaking it for some like a Hobby Lobby type store. But anyways, no. I do like the wigs. He has another one that I think looks good on me that actually matches me better and has less of the issues with my eyebrow. Oh, with the, you know, the, what do you call it? The bangs and everything. Those don't get in my eyes as much. This one does. But in the actual light, that like in the bathroom and everything, and walking around, the wig actually matches my skin tone better. It looks like this could actually be a color my hair naturally was. And that's probably because my hair actually has a bunch of different shades in it, which I don't think he's really ever seen. Like, I don't straighten my hair. I pretty much just let my hair go natural. He likes to experiment. I don't really experiment all that much. I'm pretty much just going to figure out what works, which was really sticking my hair in a bun, but now my hair won't even stay in a bun. It's too long, and the bands will not hold it up anymore. My hair is not thin. It's definitely not weak. I have broken bands before, and like new ones, and I can't use some rubber bands because they just won't hold it all for a day. And I've broken brushes before. My mother actually broke a brush in my hair. It was a wooden brush. She broke in my hair. My hair's not thin. I need the stronger hair products to actually hold it. And no, I will say that this stuff, it's a macadamia type thing, macadamia oil, something like that, and it works better. Because it's more like my hair is relaxed, but it's not relaxed. Aaron is now getting tea.
Yes, I am. I'm also making more tea because the tea's now gone.
Yeah, they go through tea a lot. There's a lot of them. I don't really drink the tea. Their tea is somewhat weak for me. And then when they sweeten it, it's not sweet enough. It's not sugary enough. They
Taste
feel
this. How is this not sugary enough? There's a lot of sugar in there.
No.
It's 4 scoops. I don't know what the measuring is.
No, that's pretty much how they like it. Tasha uses like 3 scoops. When I had seen her do it, she only uses 3. Matt's like 3 or 4, but I've seen her only use 3 before. No. Plus, part of it's cold when you do it. I used to, when I would make my tea in college, it would really just be put it on the stove and make it. So I'd either just have it on the stove with the tea bags in it, which are not the same tea bags you use. Now, your tea bags have a different flavor, which also might be part of the problem. I'm used to what I have. But no, I think that's part of the problem. And then if I put sugar, it was in there when it was hot. And it was only like a couple cups worth because I cooked it on the stove, basically. Yeah, I cooked my tea. What they do is they have this big gallon, whatever, so tea pitcher or whatever you want to do with it. But anyways, it's a pitcher, and they put cold tap water in there. And then, like about halfway full. Then they boil some of the tea in a pot, and they put that in there. When I would make tea, when I actually make my own tea and drink it, what I would do is I would get a small pot, and I would put the tea bags in there, and then I would let that boil, cook, soak in there. Then I would pour that into a cup, and I would drink mine like that. There was no mixing it with cold water, other water. There was no waiting till the tea cooled down before you put the sugar in it and then stirring it for longer periods of time. I don't like that. I would do it when it's hot, when it's going to boil. And they tend to measure. Like, he used 4. And I said she used 3 before. That's what they do. I use more tea bags than they use. As in, I made tea for myself here, and I used 2, and that was not enough. That was not strong enough. I need more for my taste. So, no. Tea's different. Their tea is more light tea. Like, if I was thinking I was drinking too much tea, that's what I would drink. Like diet tea. So, oh, that's another thing. You know the Lipton tea they have in the packs that cost like $4 or so, $5, something like that or whatever, for only like 12 bottles of it? That. The 100-calorie one, I drink that. That I like. That's not really sweet, but that I like. Then they have the diet one. I like the diet one as well, but that's not really sweet. What I do is I just pour random amounts of sugar in there until it tastes right. Same thing I would do with coffee. I don't really matter. It's just until it pleases me pretty much. No. So they're doing it more of a healthy way. I don't do that when I make tea. I pretty much go completely sugar or no sugar at all. Full on bitter. Would you like cranberry juice? Or you know where they sweeten the cranberry juice? Don't like it? It bothers me. I think something's wrong with it. I want really bitter cranberry juice. That's what I like. I also like prune juice. It's a lot of people think it's odd. It's out of my friend group, but I like it. I like prune juice. Aaron mentioned something about prunes before, and I said, ew. No, I like prune juice. Let's see. I will say that I've gotten better with taking less sugar and everything when I decided to try and cut some of that out because I started seeing some stuff about it. Same thing with sodium. What I did was I pretty much stopped seasoning things, and I realized I can actually taste things, like what it's actually supposed to taste like. And when I did go back to eating food, like McDonald's or something, Whataburger is typically where I would go. McDonald's was really for like the frappes. Everything seemed so much sweeter and had more taste. Also, couldn't really handle the fries from McDonald's or Burger King. You go in there, you pay about $5 or so for fries, the big ones. Couldn't do it. Couldn't eat a few. Ate a few, start feeling sick. Couldn't do it anymore. Same thing. Cooking in Fry Daddy doesn't taste right anymore. I stopped using the Fry Daddy. I had my own, really. Haven't used that in a long time. They're frying food here. To me, that tastes kind of weird. But I'm not used to the grease taste anymore because most of the food we have is either it's cooked in the oven, not grease, just on a rack basically. You might spray it down with some Pam, but no. And then boiled or in the air cooker. I don't really cook with grease anymore. We stopped doing that. The only thing I really cook with grease is pasta. When I make noodles, I'll use that. Because I am technically, well, I'm not really supposed to be eating things with dairy in them, really. So, trying to go away from that. Yeah, I don't use butter. I did, but I don't. I don't want to take a pill for it. So no, it's supposed to happen. And now I'm trying to go back to finding ice cream that isn't made with dairy, which really led me to this coconut ice cream, which is really good. Uh, really old as and I think there's actually an ice cream that I can't handle because it is sweet. It is it's like $4.42 for this little tiny thing. It's a clear container with brown writing on it or black, and then it's got like a brown lid, and it's small. It is a coffee chip one, like coffee chunky chip or something like that. But anyways, it tastes really good, but I can't handle it. It defeats me. But no, I have learned that even though in my family I now don't handle sweet stuff or as many things as they can, I apparently am still way better with it than my friends are. But I cut back on sugar and stuff in my house. Here, I'm drenching it in it. Like I made cake. It's pudding cake, basically. Which really means you make the cake, and then you heat up the frosting, and you put the whole thing of frosting on there. And you let it soak in. Aaron thinks that's too much chocolate. Really rich. I don't consider that rich. Very few things I consider rich. There goes my phone. But yeah, right now Tasha's off with Matt and the baby. Aaron and I are here by ourselves. I don't really know how to work this. He's doing something. I assume he finished all the tea. I know he's making more tea, but I don't know what else he's doing because he walked in here without the tea thing. But no. He's not in here right now. He left the room, so I can't ask him. But no. I will say the whole buying a wig thing, or buying different wig, I agree with that when you want to buy a real wig or full human hair wig because those are more expensive. Buying synthetics, which is what this is. That way you can figure out what colors work best with your face and everything before you spend money on that. I agree with that. I just don't want to buy wigs. I will say that $50 on a few wigs is not bad for what I know the price of wigs actually is because I've had other friends who wanted to buy wigs. And I've gone shopping with them for wigs. And I'm not buying wigs. That's it. They're too much money. The only wigs I would buy would be like Lolita style. Which kind of cosplay, but not exactly. You can buy some Lolita wigs, or what I've seen, nice looking wigs for Lolita stuff from some cosplay places. But again, it depends. But I would buy more the Lolita wigs that have the little clip-on hair, tails and everything. I would do that. They would be light colors, which would be like more like pastel shades, basically, but pink, purple, light blue. I like those wigs. I think they're really pretty. They also have long hair, but there's a lot more of it. It's more of a thicker wig. When you actually put it on is what it looks like. And it's really the dresses and stuff I like that I think are really cute that I want. But those are expensive. And again, I'm cheap, so I can't do that. I'd end up having to make my own, which is what some people do. But no, I want to go to something called RuffleCon. But they also do like this ball, and considering I have nothing Lolita-wise, it wouldn't really work. Also, apparently, they keep talking about Etas, and, well, I keep looking through the comments, people are complaining about Etas. I have no issue with Etas. I'm also fully aware I would be an Eta myself, most likely. It's very unlikely that I would just jump into this whole Lolita thing and not be an Eta. I should probably specify if anybody's actually bothered to make it this far, skip through. The only really I think who do that right now would be Aaron, me, but Aaron. And Lolita is not like that movie we have out here in the U.S. It's not something like that. To me, what it looks like, depending on the style you go with, they have more of a classical style, which is, like if you read, like Pride and Prejudice, stuff like that, and you look at the cover when they actually have pictures of people, that type of clothing. That's what it is. When they describe the clothing, that stuff. That's more classical. Then they have several different styles, but the other one I like is one that makes you look like a doll. Or a little girl. It's pretty much, I like that. And that's where the wigs come into play. But no, I would do that. I think they're so pretty. And it goes with what I've already liked, which is, you know, covering your hands up and everything with the gloves. The long socks and everything. I've always liked long socks that are above the knee and everything. I don't really like the short ones. I've always liked that. And the shoes, I think they're really cute. It reminds me of, like, if you went to Disneyland, Disney World, got on the small ride thing, whatever, kind of like that. Looked at some of the stuff they make the houses and everything out of, or some of the decorations where the kids go and everything. It looks like that material, especially the shoes. But no, I found bags. I like them. They have animal bags like bunnies. So it's a stuffed animal basically that's used for the backpack. Of course, it's fake. Well, I'm pretty sure they probably have some real stuff, but I don't buy that. I have to buy fake because, like, I've seen bags I like here. Like, there's some bag that's like $3,000, and I think it looks really nice. But I'm not buying a leather bag. I don't want to. I am like Aaron and I are talking about meat. I'm somewhat having some conflicting feelings about eating meat. Because with the whole not wanting to use products that are tested on animals, which I think my mother would have. I think that's a problem. My mom and my dad actually, but my mom, I think she thought I would have been a vegetarian or a vegan. If my uncle had told me how they kill cows. Because when I was little, one of my uncles, the uncle had told me about fish. And I thought, as a little girl, that fish just die. And when they pass away, we eat them. I didn't realize that we caught them and killed them. And then I stopped eating fish. Except for tuna. Because on the can it said chicken of the sea, so apparently I thought it was just chickens in the sea, and I did not realize that, again, you didn't kill. I really thought this. And you know, like, when an animal dies on the side, I'm wondering if my parents told me this, but when an animal dies on the road and you pass it, I actually thought somebody was going to eat that. And I realize some people do. Like, if you see, like the Extreme Cheapskate show, and, I think it's like Doomsday Prep or stuff like that. Alright, time to go. They're back. Grocery